guys, welcome back to our second week of remote learning and welcome back second graders. It's wonderful to be able to share with you guys and this way, and let's go ahead and get started with our week 2 lesson. I'm going to turn this around right here and set it on my art desk and back up so you can see me, and here we go. Okay, so last week we talked about an element of art, which was color. And as second grade, let me check to make sure I have the right thing. Second grade, we talked about warm and cool, and then you created a landscape with your found objects with warm and cool. I loved getting some pictures of your landscapes, and I would love to see more today. Now today, we are going to focus on a second element of art. And that element of art is going to be line. We have talked about line since you have been in kindergarten. Remember that the elements of art are the tools that we use to create art. So we've already discussed color, how we can use color. Today we're going to discuss line. Here are our elements of art that we will be discussing this time we're remote learning. We've discussed color. Today we're going to do line. This will be posted under our video for you to view and check out anytime you want, as well as this. Now these are some basic types of line. And when you were younger, we would stand up in our seats and we do the motions with our hands, but we've done that already. So I'm just going to quickly review so you know. A straight line can be vertical or horizontal. Curved line, we would call this a sad curve. This is a happy curve. Diagonal lines go side to side. Wavy lines go up and down like this. Kind of like my hair is kind of wavy. Not kind of wavy, it is really wavy. Zigzag has a hard end, so it's like like this. Scallop is like a wave with a hard edge. So these are all very similar. A dotted line, it has a round or a square dot, like it's broken. Like this. A dashed line has a longer space in between. And then a spiral, this is one of my favorite lines. A spiral goes like this. Okay. Now these are just some basic lines that you might see. There's many different types of lines. Okay. Now what you're going to be doing for this project, you're going to be reviewing warm and cool, and using warm and cool colors, and you're going to be adding line. Now, right now, I would like for you to get your piece of paper out and your pencil. I'm going to grab my clipboard with my paper on it, and we're going to start a project. Now, there are two options. You can watch this all the way through and then do your project, or you can pause it and do it along with me. Either way is fine. Now here's my paper on my clipboard. Now I would like for you to have your paper going vertically, okay? I'm going to use my pencil, and for this project, we're going to be making different types of horizontal lines. Some of the lines, I would like for you to have them cross each other. So let's see. I'm going to use this, and turn sideways so I can see it too. We're going to use this as a reference. So I'm going to set this right here. And let's see. Let's start at the bottom. And I'm going to add a zigzag line, horizontal zigzag line. So there's one. Let's add some wavy lines that are kind of diagonal, but definitely horizontal, and they crossed right there. See where they cross? Okay, let's let's just do a straight line. Let's do a curve. Oh, I have another cool idea. Let's do another curve like this. So they cross right there. Look. And then I'm going to slide this down. And let's do a scalloped line. Okay. Now, there are my basic horizontal lines. That's our different types. Okay. Now, the second part of this project that I haven't told you about yet is we're going to use lines to create patterns in some of these shapes we made with our lines. Now, pattern is a principle of art. The elements are the tools of art. They're the tools that we use to create art. The principles are how we use the tools. So today, you're going to be using lines and patterns to create patterns. Now, there is an art form that is recently become popular, and people have been calling it Zentangles. And it's kind of like yoga for the brain. Not necessarily, you know how yoga is like stretching your body out? Well, this kind of helps stretch your mind out, and you can relax. It is in no way it's not yoga, but it's stretching your mind out. Now, so a Zentangle is just using patterns and focus to relax. So, I will attach some examples of a Zentangle. Oh, I actually have my own example of a Zentangle. I got into making them because they help you just focus and relax. Here is one that I created using a black marker, patterns and lines. Check that out. This is one. Here's another one that's a little different. It's a still life, but it has all these patterns and lines inside of them as well. What do you think? These are Zentangles. They're just kind of like, it's just a phrase that people use. So, what you're going to do, this is my portfolio. You know, we talk about portfolios at school. What you're going to do is you're going to take these lines and shapes you made, and you're going to put patterns with lines inside of these shapes. I think now might be the time to show you my example. Okay. Here is my example that I finished. If you look, it's the same as this, but it just has color added to it. Now there's a couple of ways you could do it. I used warm colors at the top and blended them down into cool. You can choose to go warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. You can choose to do all cool, all warm. That is up to you. But I do want you to use color with this project. Now, if you look, see these shapes with patterns inside of them? Some of them I've just colored black. You could totally do that. Some of these I left empty just for space purposes. It's up to you. That's where you get to make your artistic choices. Okay, here and here. Okay, now you don't have to do this step with a black marker. You can do this step with a black crayon. You can do this step with, you can leave it and just do this other step with a pencil. It is just up to what you have. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black marker and I'm going to turn this way and I'm going to trace all my lines like this. Oop, that one's not perfect. Okay, now I have traced all of my lines with whatever material you have. I'd use this black Sharpie. You don't have to use black Sharpie. It can be anything. Now, see these shapes right here? I'm going to choose some just to color black. Let's choose, I like this one over here, so I'm going to color this black. Now, I'm going to add patterns in some of these shapes. Now, let's see. Let me get some ideas from my line paper again. Let's see. All right, now I have added my lines and some shapes, and I've left some open. I've colored just a few of the shapes that I made with my other lines when they cross. I colored them solid. Now, once you've done that, you can go ahead and add color to it. Think about warm and cool colors. Do you want to do it all warm colors? Do you want to do all cool colors? Do you want to go from warm to cool? Or, if I turn this upside down, cool to warm? Or every other? It is up to you. Have fun with this. Create. You can even use these, put several different types of lines in the pattern. Just be as creative as you can. And have fun with it. Explore lines. I would love to see your creations, so come to our Google Meet, the MI Google Meet, if you'd like to share. Also, have your family member take a picture, send it to me through email. I would love to see it. All right, guys, check out our links, and I'll see you back next week. Hopefully, we'll be back at Wes soon. Miss you guys.